I was burned out. It's not an exciting story at all. So after 20 years of producing t-shirts and umbrellas, kids' clothing, stuff like this, sadly wearing it today, and just a whole range of products. That was what the 80s was. It was colour on steroids, on everything you could imagine. But I worked on paper, so you would mark in your colours, you worked to gauze, it was really structured. And I'd had it after 20 years, and I had 4 young children, so I thought, I'll have a go at painting. I gave myself 2 years, I parked all the IP and all the trademarks and everything that was running to give myself a break, and I was really fortunate that a couple of galleries got behind me. I started to work on how to work out working on a canvas, because I did not have a clue at all. It was so different, and it just went from there. The one thing I did notice was that it was a negative to actually have had the background back then as a designer. So you sort of almost hid the fact that that had been but now you have that designers and fine art and design, they're at that similar level, and it's wonderful how I can now talk about that whole pre-career, which I loved. Look, I don't even know why with the texture I'm just so drawn to really just levels and layering of paint. It's just something that I've always really liked, probably a really tactile type of thing, and medium diversity, working with wet resin, impasto, with inks, with the whole lot. So it's just something I'm drawn to, and like the fashion, I've really always been drawn to colour. So it's texture and colour together. And stipples, I have a hang up with dots, and everything ends up, and again, I don't know why. I think all I'm saying is I don't know why for everything, but it just has to have some sort of connection with dots. I was very scared because I had not done plein air painting before, and all the artists that I went with knew exactly what they were doing and had all the right materials. I took a whole lot of paper and pens, and on the 3rd day became more comfortable. I started to pick up the earth and mix it with water and do more sketches, and came back home after about 3 or 4 days with a whole lot of dirty paper and markings all over it. But it was incredible for me, because then bringing that into the studio, it really informed a new body of work on paper. And having been in the rag trade or the fashion industry for so long and working on paper, it made me comfortable, because when I'd started painting, I had started it all on canvas, and this was my first go back working with paper again. So marrying all of it together in the studio, it was just very exciting. I'm all over the shop, really. I go from landscapes to heads to bowls of flowers, beach scenes. I like having a go at the whole lot, but it again comes back to texture and different mediums and working that way. And I've recently started to do sculptures, and the sculptures have come from all the leftover paint that would fall on the floor here, and because I don't like wasting things, I would pick it up and dry it and twist it, and somehow it turned into sculptures, and then I'd smash up the chairs that the kids broke and put that in as well. And also recently I've been having a go at photography, so I really like playing across a whole lot of different areas. I was so excited when I found out with those two, I guess also because of the subject matter. The painting is of my youngest son, and the photographic work is of my daughter. So those two works are actually going to be travelling up to Queensland to a regional gallery for the prize, but the portraiture I'm loving at the moment because I'm marrying all again the mediums together, and it's just really exciting. The name of the gallery is Traffic Jam Galleries, and it started probably now 11 years ago. And it was really out of frustration with the galleries that I had been with were absolutely wonderful to me, but the frustration was born from the fact that when you'd have an exhibition, that exhibition would be on for a duration, and then your works, if anything was left, was relegated to the stockroom, or you had to remove them off site and they came home, and your exposure then had stopped until you did another exhibition. So what I wanted to do was have a gallery that was divided, that you'd have rolling exhibitions on one side, and on the other side continuously have mixed exhibition, so that an artist's work or a small body of work always had some sort of exposure. So that was how Traffic Jam Galleries was born. I guess it's such an unknown for everyone. This is a battle because we don't have an end date. Everyone's doors are closed. We're all trying to work, on a virtual level, and it's just so different. The one thing is I am getting a lot of work done and looking positively, towards the end of the year and the art fairs but it's really unknown. It's making us work with other tools that we probably had looked to working with, but not as quickly, so it's forcing our hand in that way. So that's exciting, but at the same time, you have everything going on around you that is unknown, but just is not positive, and that in itself is very hard. Next for me, working towards the end of the year, there's going to be an exhibition in Traffic Jam, and then trade fairs overseas, and a number of exhibitions next year here and overseas, and maybe reprising some of the fashion elements, bags and shirts and things like that. That's probably it, and a lot of work in the gallery upstairs.